All right, thank you one more time. So in the next couple of minutes, we're going to be looking at the NELFUND loan in Nigeria and how it impacts on Nigeria's education. Now, when we talk about education, we're restricting it now. NELFUND is restricting this loan to tertiary education in Nigeria. We have two gentlemen here. Please join me to welcome Barrister Osahon Woye, who is the state director of the National Orientation Agency in Edo State here. So you're welcome to the program this morning on ITV.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers.
I always call you state coordinator, state director, you're welcome. Then the young and astute Rollins Ubomo is also here with us. He's the HOD, that's the head of Department Youth Engagement and Inclusion at the National Orientation Agency, Edo State. So welcome to the program this morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right, so you are the youth here, so I think if we're going to be asking who needs the loan now, you probably need the loan more than Mr. Barrister Osahon here. All right, so tell us about NELFUND. You know, what is NELFUND? What is it all about? So, Mr. Rollins.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Evans. NELFUND, as you said earlier, you know, is the Nigerian Education Loan Fund. This fund was established and recently by Mr. President. And Mr. President, due to his good heart, you know, he has said that no Nigerian child should go through school or should not have the ability to go through school, especially in the university. That is why Mr. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu has come about this NELFUND to help our youth and our young adults to go through university education, especially, you know. And this is a loan. It's a loan-free fund. You collect it every section as a student of a university. You collect it every section, and there's also what you call the upkeep money. You apply for it, you go to the portal, you collect it, it's a tuition and your upkeep money. So that's how Mr. President has provided this for our students.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, State Director now. He just said that it's a loan-free fund. That word free.
No, sorry to say, it's an interest-free loan.
It's an interest-free loan. In other words, you don't pay interest for it.
Yes, okay. It's an interest-free loan.
Because we need to get things right so that you know, students and parents out there don't get it mixed up. Yeah. Now, but let's look at it one more time, because we understand that as part of the renewed hope agenda of Mr. President, when President Bola Ahmed came on board, almost about 2 years, more than a year ago now, he came and he told us a lot of things. This is one of the things that he talked about. But at the time that this opportunity came, about some few months ago, the portal was shut down. Only about 2 days ago now that we understand that the portal has reopened. Now, the measures taken is to ensure that prospective students of universities, you know, get opportunity to, you know, access tertiary education. But right now, universities are almost round up for the 2024-2025 academic session. And of course, on the verge of beginning another session sometime in November or January next year. Now, you tell us, because we are looking at a situation whereby the hiccups of this loan, applying for the loans, you know, and all that. So what measures do you think that students, prospective students, will be taking to ensure that they can easily access this loan? State Director.
Thank you very much. Before I say anything right now, let me first and foremost celebrate my Director General, Malam Lanre Issa Onilu, on his 2 years anniversary as a substantive Director General of our great organization. He's been doing so well, and severally on this medium we've been coming to tell the world on what NOAA is doing, and he has made NOAA to be more accessible to journalists to every sector of the economy.
Now, you know, whenever I have you on set, I always want to attack NOAA. So
I know.
Let us not go there now.
Yes.
NOAA is not the one doing this NELFUND, but NOAA is a government agency.
We are the one preaching it.
And so that's the reason
and why are we doing this preaching is that recently, if you look at the 5 thematic areas we just did, NELFUND was among. And we in the South-South, before now, we've not been accessing the loan.
Yeah, that's why we invited you, because we know that you have
now,
the information.
the South-South students of every higher institutions are now accessing the loan.
Okay.
Now, that was why I give kudos to University of Benin. University of Benin, the VC came out on his own, told the students they should come and access the loan. And if you access the loan at the University of Benin, if you access the loan, even if you have exams, you will still go and write the exam because you have accessed the loan. It's a must pay money.
In other words, it doesn't, when the money gets to the school, does not disturb your
your examination. No. You must get it. Okay. So far, you have accessed it.
Okay.
And it's doing
you
so
have
well.
Evidence
that you have done the assessment. Because you have done the assessment. We are just waiting for the fund to be disbursed.
Okay.
And if you look at presently, about more than 600,000 students all over the federation have accessed the loan. And 59 billion naira have been disbursed
so far.
So we in the South, we are really lacking. We were really ignorant about it. But now they cannot go and access the loan. Sure, you understand?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, let me give you an information too, to our parents out there and our students, guardians and our doctors and our children in higher institutions. The loan is very, very real. You must get it. Make a research on your own.
How much is the loan?
It depends on the school fees of the institution.
Okay. For
a section. Yes, recently it was closed, but now it has been opened. It has been launched again for those coming in for 2025-2026 academic section. As you rightly said, yes, some institutions in Edo State, they are on break right now. So now the students coming in can access the loan. That is the reason why it's launched. If you look at the date, it's January next year.
Admission is in process.
Admission is in process. Yes.
So those students, those prospective students, can access the
loan. Of course, yes.
With their JAMB registration number.
Yes, without matriculation, because NELFUND knows they don't have matriculation numbers for now. But with your JAMB registration number, your admission, number, everything, you can access the loan. And from there, you'll be given. How much? It depends on how much the university is paying for their tuition fee. If the university, assuming they are paying 20 kobo, then it's 20 kobo they will send.
All right, let me pause you. I'll come to you later. Now, Mr. Rollins, don't you think, because we are beginning to see issues in this thing already, because the directive is that you can access the loan with your JAMB registration number. Now, all students that sat for the last post TMI, certainly they have a JAMB registration number, but they don't have matriculation number yet, because it is not all the students that are going to have matriculation number. In other words, not all students are going, not all candidates that sat for the that sat for the UTMA are going to be admitted. Now, this loan, who is it? Who are they giving it to? Are they giving it to a matriculated student of a school, or for the fact that you sat for your JAMB, you have registration number, even if you've not been given admission? Please, we need to get it clear.
Okay, just like you read in your opening recitation before this program, you noted that what is required is your JAMB registration number or your admission number. You must have gotten admission into a university.
Okay.
And that admission requires you to own a number. They give you an admission number during your process of registration in the university.
Your admission number is your matriculation number.
Yes. And they have alternated that one. that if you cannot get that, you can also use your JAM registration number.
Yeah, well, that's what we're saying. So that, because we're trying to be careful here, so that the loan does not get to the wrong person and the right, get to the wrong person. State Director, you may want to clarify.
Yes, it can't get to the wrong person. It's going straight with your admission number. I mean, with your JAM registration number, it gets straight to you.
What about if you don't get the admission? I mean,
yes, if you don't get the admission and you applied. You understand? If you don't get the admission and you apply, at the end of it all, you won't get it. Even if the tuition fee is being paid, they can withdraw it from it. NELFUND, they have style of doing.
Okay, I think what happens is that maybe
I understand what you are trying to say.
Okay, who does NELFUND send the money to? To individuals?
To the schools direct.
Okay, to the school directly. Yes. Okay, so that saves that question.
It's straight to the school.
Okay. All right, State Director also, please tell us, because it is for tertiary students in tertiary institutions.
Yeah.
Now, little wonder, which of the tertiary institutions are we talking about now? Is it the state-owned tertiary institutions or any tertiary institution,
Yeah.
or the government-owned tertiary institutions?
Yes. Students from other tertiary institutions, apart from the university, have been asking, just like in EPOMA, and I told them, for now, no. But for federal higher institutions, it's automatic.
Okay,
Township Polytechnic, one, Federal College of Education, then the University of Benin. You understand? They can access the loan.
Okay, only federal
for
institutions.
Now, yes, because I know the state will do same, and they are planning such thing in their kitty right now.
Okay, so it's only the federal-owned institutions
for now, yes,
that their students can apply.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
For those downtrodden parents that can't pay school fees, that's why the NELFUND is coming out now, for those ones that can't pay the school fees.
Now, Rollins, please, I want you to tell us again, because when this development is on, it is a laudable development, there's no doubt about that, but we need to be careful so that the loan does not get to the wrong person. Just like what the State Director said, that those students that their parents, in other words, indigent students, that's how they are called, vulnerable student. But how do we know a vulnerable student? How do we know a student that his or her parents cannot afford the school fees?
How do you know a student who, if you ask me, there are a lot of youths and young persons in this society that have struggled, to get into the university, and a lot of them have not been able to make it. And also there are a lot of them who have struggled through their own sweat to send themselves to school. And you will know that if you do that, it will definitely affect your output in the long run while you go through school. You're working, you go to the farm for some, while some others go to the site to work, just to get themselves through school. And these have affected the individual. It has affected so many from not going to school. It has affected those that are able to struggle to go to school, not to concentrate at that level, that 100% level. So that's why we are lauding Mr. President on this initiative. It is a big one. We should not sleep on this at all. It is a big one. So we are lauding Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President, for the NELFUND. The NELFUND is good, and all parents, whether you are well-to-do to take your child through school, I think, or not, I think you should key into the NELFUND and enjoy it. All right,
now, State Director, perhaps you may have more information on this now, because I remember when we were in school, some of my classmates then, there was a story of a certain guy that had to get his results 2 years later. Magnanimous enough, the school authority allowed him to sit for the exam and all that, but his results were not published because he was owing the school. Now, don't you think, because what some stakeholders are saying is that it should be the institutions that should suggest to NELFUND. The institutions, they have the record of the students. They see the regularity of how you pay your school fees. And of course, the institutions, they know students that are struggling struggling, you know, to pay their school fees. I mean, if your school fees is not regular, then it means that you may be struggling with the ability to pay the school fees. So it ought to be the schools now that should suggest to NELFUND that these are the students, these are the indigent students that we have, rather than the students applying on their own. How do you look at that, State Director?
Presently, we have dropouts, many dropouts in many of these higher institutions. And what Mr. President did is that there are dropouts, and most of our youth, you know, they are out there. Why are they not going to in the school? Just because they don't have, their parents doesn't have the wherewithal. But Mr. President deemed it fit to say, now they've removed oil subsidy, and the fallout from the oil subsidy are the funds that are now used. I now felt that these dropouts outside, maybe there were a lot of questions anyway. They asked questions and they were now telling, you know, during the research, that said because they couldn't pay their tuition fees. That was why they dropped out.
I'm aware.
Now the president,
the emphasis I'm trying to make is that the loan does not go to the wrong person.
It can never go to the wrong person.
As a student, you are not wrong to get it.
No. Because
no, I mean the attention is for indigents.
Yes.
Is it not for indigent students?
Yes, for
students that cannot.
Yes, you are now suggesting that the university
also suggest. That's what stakeholders are saying.
Yes, if you look, it's not really indigent students can apply. Non-indigent students, if you want to, go ahead. The money is for everybody.
All Nigerian students.
All Nigerian students. It's not particular for indigent students alone. Sure, you understand? It's just to reduce dropouts. It's just to make sure that there's no dropouts in that institution. Or
in other words, to encourage.
Yes, it's encouraging our parents and it's encouraging the students itself to, you know, just like Mr. Obomo has spoken.
Yeah.
He said some of them are going out doing farming and other unskilled jobs just for them to go to school. But now you don't need to do that. The stress is no longer there. Go straight, access the fund, and after getting the fund, the school pays, the NELFUND pays straight to the school for your tuition fee. And the school will never come and ask you about your tuition fee. It's already there. Then you have that mind to start reading. You know, you concentrate more on what you came to do in that university environment or in that higher institution.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Rollins, now it is a loan, and when we say loan, there are monies that you borrowed, so you are supposed to pay back. So, what is the time limit? Is it at graduation? Or when you eventually find a job? And if you tell me that, the argument, you know, to that is that no jobs in Nigeria. So, because the possibility of sustaining this this initiative is what we are looking at, so that previous administrations can come on and continue with it. I mean, if we have a situation whereby this initiative ends with this administration because of the non-paying back of this loan, then of course we are not going nowhere. So, when do you pay back the loan?
Okay, the loan is actually to be paid back.
When?
Like I said earlier, it's an interest-free loan. It is 2 years after your NYC scheme.
2 years after your NYC.
And upon that, it must be that that individual has started working already.
That's the condition.
Yes.
It's what I'm saying now. You are lucky to be employed by NOAA.
Yes.
A lot of persons will go through. They will round up their university education today. Yes. They may not even get employed.
If you can deduce from what I just said, the loan is to be paid 2 years after your NYC scheme. And if there's a condition there, if you get employed.
If you don't get employed, what happens?
The agency, the NELFUND agency, have their way of getting their money. But it is certain that these students are monitored to the point of their NYC and also to the point of their employment. And if there's no employment as at the time that is stipulated, the agency have their plans and they know what to do.
Now, Mr. State Director, perhaps you may want to tell us whether there is an insurance aspect of this loan, because if you own a bank account in Nigeria today, I mean, for most of us salary earners, you know, at times you are tempted to take a loan from your salary account, and of course, during the process, the bank, there's a time that the bank shows you that there's a life insurance, you know, payment that you make. That goes to say that on the event that the person dies, then the insurance takes over, you know, that. So is there an insurance aspect of this loan that we're not talking about, State Director?
Yeah, there's no insurance on NELFUND. It's just like you have said, it's after 2 years. Yes, you might be arguing here that there's no jobs in this country, but I assure you, it's only when you get a job after your youth service, then you start payment, and the payment is not a thing that is fixed on you. You understand? There's no certain amount from NELFUND, and maybe after employment be paying 5,000 or 50,000. No, it's how much you can be paying till when the loan finishes. You understand? That's what is how much you can be paying till when the loan finishes. So it doesn't mean they will just tell you be paying so amount. No.
Okay. Yeah. All right, viewers out there, the program is still this morning on ITV. We quickly take a short break, and when we return, we're going to be looking at other aspects of the NELFUND, that's the Nigeria's Education Loan Fund that the federal government has you know, released to cushion the suffering of prospective students in the country. Well, we understand that the portal, you know, has been launched, and of course from tomorrow, which is a Thursday, that prospective students can start applying and to see how they can take advantage of that initiative. We'll be right back.
TMI, every opinion counts.
All right, thank you one more time. The program is still on your television this morning on ITV. Our discussion this morning is centered on the NELFUND, that's the Nigeria's Education Loan Fund, an initiative that has been launched and you know, is just on, and Nigerians are advised to take advantage of this development. And with us this morning, we still have the State Director of the National Orientation Agency, Barrister Woginye Osahan, and also Mr. Rollins Ogbomo, who is in charge of the Youth Development Department of the NOAA in Edo State. Now, State Director, you are going to be telling us, because my own concern this morning is for this initiative to continue, and hence the kind of question I'm asking. Now, a situation whereby Nigerians today, after university education, the Jakpa syndrome, they leave, and of course some of them they live forever. You may not see them again. Now, for a student that took advantage of this loan, at the completion of his or her tertiary education, the person travels abroad, then what now becomes of the payback thing that we're trying to emphasize here?
Yes, that's a good question, but it's still on payback. After the loan has been disbursed to you and you've used it and you've completed it, then you've done your youth service, you've now gotten a job, it's 10% of the total emolument of what you get. That's what you pay back to the fund.
Oh, 10% of the total amount, yes, that they give to you?
Yes.
10%?
And secondly, from what
you mean if you got 10 million naira, then you pay 10% of that 10 million naira back to the government?
You pay, it's 10% of your salary.
Okay, 10% of your salary that
yes,
they deduct from you.
Yes. Okay. That is what you would pay to the NELFUND.
Okay.
Yes. But for those that are, you know, traveling, yes, there are some persons, they will want to access the loan, and after collecting the loan, after they might have finished their youth service, the next thing is to Jakpa. But you remember there are securities to that effect. We have your BVN and there's NIN.
Oh.
Yes, and this is all over.
Oh, you mean, yeah, really? Because today if you are traveling and you intend to make an international passport, your NIN is required.
Yes, it's required. And by then, they would have seen that you are owing the federal government so amount. So for you to Jakpa is difficult. you just
it may not be difficult for you to jackpot. If you jackpot, then you don't want to pay back. It's difficult.
It's difficult to if you jackpot. But meanwhile, with that NIN and your BVN, it's going to be very difficult. Those are the security and NELFUND are using to track or trap students who have collected these loans.
Now, Mr. Rollins, you also want to talk on this too?
Just as my boss and my director has said, just in line with that, even if you leave the shores of this country to other countries and you stay there till only God knows, there's a system within the Nigerian system, which is securities like the BVN, like your NIN, your NIN. This system helps in checking an individual anywhere your location is in the world. At least with the BVN, your account is checked, and with the NIM, you know, your identity is known. So with these systems, they can always, the NELFUND agency can always get their money back. Yes, regardless of where you stay in the globe.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So how can prospective students now, how can they really take advantage? How can they apply? The portal, how do we have the portal address and all that?
Yes.
The state director.
Okay.
Yeah. You can apply through a link. And we have nelfund.gov.ng.
Okay.
If you apply through that link, they will ask you questions, and you fill in the questions online and you submit. From there, you get your fund after submission. It's very easy. Parents can use this opportunity to try it. And assuming we have laptops or anything here, we can just try it and it goes. Yes, they will ask you questions. That is where you see NIN and BVN because of the security aspect. Because there are some persons, they will just go, they won't want to pay. They say this is federal government money. But meanwhile, it's a loan given to you to help both the student and your parents. You understand? So the jackpot syndrome does not really matter on this. If you jackpot, you must be caught.
Okay. How many times can you assess the loan? I mean, you are admitted to do a 4 years program in a university. How many times can you get the loan?
I think it's every section.
Oh, every section?
Yes, every section. Every section, tuition fees have been paid. For this year, 2025, 2026, they just launched it. And it's on right now, so you can start applying. You understand? Till January next year. So admissions, of course, yes, is on in some higher institutions. Some have even not finished admitting, so they can still apply. So far, you have your admission. You have been given admission. You go ahead with the application.
Now, Rollins, quickly, before we wrap it up on this program now, quickly tell us, I understand that there's an aspect, I think 20,000 naira to be given monthly as stipends to applicants, even as they give you a pay, that one will be paid directly to your own personal account. Then why the tuition fee will be paid to the school's account, is that correct?
Yes, very correct. It's just called the upkeep money, the upkeep. You are paid the tuition, the school gets the tuition, and the individual, which is the student, gets the upkeep.
Of 20,000 naira.
20,000 naira. So that is what you should use to, you know, do your surviving in school, get your Indomie.
Anyway, we want to say a very big thank you to the State Director, Barrister Osahan Wogie.
Thank you very much.
And also Mr. Rollins.
We are always free, anytime, any day. You can call on us.
Yes, but the problem that members of the public have always had with NOAA is that you, not until we call you, you don't come for sensitization. I mean, these are issues that are public oriented. I mean, we've not even seen, we've not heard jingle, you know, about this NELFUND, because we're talking about mass mobilization here. And, you know, I will always talk about the days of MAMSA as against the days of NOAA.
Yes,
I mean, one would have expected that this kind of issue is on the public domain. Everybody knows about it. Barrister.
Our mandate is dissemination of information. And that is what we are trying to do. This NELFUND recently, went all the nook and crannies of the state. We went all through the nook and crannies. We started telling them. We went on advocacy visit to traditional rulers, telling them about this NELFUND so that they will cascade it to their subjects. Sure, you understand? We went to all local governments of this state just recently, and about a month ago, we were here to tell you why people must access NELFUND.
Okay.
We were here.
All right, thank you one more time. So that's, you know, the NELFUND there. So we call on parents and students to take advantage of this initiative so that, I mean, if you are a parent and you are paying the school fees of your children, tertiary institution school fees, you should know what I'm talking about here. The heat is really not easy. So now that the Bola Ahmed administration is giving a leeway, so we advise that parents and students out there should take advantage of this. Well, thank you one more time, Barrister, and also Mr. Jerry.